Music has always been a deeply human form of expression. A blend of culture, emotion, rhythm, and imagination, music captures what words alone often cannot. But in the age of artificial intelligence, even this most personal of art forms is undergoing a radical transformation. From composing symphonies to mimicking iconic voices, AI is reshaping how music is made, shared, and experienced. At the core of this shift is AI-powered composition. Tools like OpenAI's MuseNet, Google's Magenta, and Ava have been trained on thousands of pieces of music across genres, time periods, and instrumentation. These models can generate new compositions in the style of Beethoven, the Beatles, or Beyoncé, sometimes blending styles to create something entirely novel. The result isn't a mere copy, but a machine-generated piece that mimics the structure, harmony, and tone of its inspirations. For musicians, these tools serve as a creative springboard. Instead of staring at a blank sheet, artists can input a melody or mood and have the AI generate variations, chord progression, or full arrangements. It's not unlike collaborating with a tireless producer who can suggest hundreds of versions in seconds. Songwriters use it to explore new harmonies. Composers use it to test different orchestrations, and beginners use it to learn the fundamentals of music theory by reverse engineering the AI's output. But AI's role in music doesn't stop at notes and chords. One of the most explosive developments is voice cloning. Using deep learning models trained on vocal recordings, AI can now replicate a singer's voice with uncanny accuracy. This means that with just a few minutes of audio data, an AI can generate completely new songs in the voice of a famous artist, without that artist ever entering the studio. This has already sparked both fascination and backlash. In 2023, an AI-generated song that mimicked the voices of Drake and The Weeknd went viral, prompting legal and ethical debates. Who owns the rights to an AI clone of an artist's voice? Is it a tribute, a forgery, or something in between? Music labels have rushed to establish guardrails while fans remain divided, some marveling at the technology, others calling it digital theft. On the other hand, artists themselves are experimenting with AI voice models to preserve their legacy or expand their reach. Some use voice cloning to recreate lost vocal takes, to record in multiple languages, or to harmonize with themselves in ways previously impossible. There's even growing interest among aging performers to license their voices for use in future productions, allowing them to continue singing long after their careers have ended. Beyond cloning, AI is also powering real-time music generation. In apps and games, adaptive soundtracks composed by algorithms adjust to user actions or emotional tone. In wellness and meditation, AI can generate calming music tailored to your heart rate or mood. In education, it can generate exercises customized to your skill level and learning style. These innovations are opening doors to new forms of accessibility. People with physical disabilities can compose music using brain-computer interfaces and AI-based transcription tools. Those without formal training can create full productions, using AI's ability to handle complex tasks like mixing and mastering. The gap between inspiration and execution is shrinking, and more voices, both literal and figurative, are entering the musical conversation. Yet, as with all revolutions, this one comes with tension. Critics worry about homogenization. If everyone uses the same models, will music lose its edge, its strangeness, its soul? Others warn of cultural erasure, where AI trained on global music data fails to respect the context and traditions behind the sounds it replicates. And then there are questions of attribution. If an AI helps compose a hit, who gets the credit? The answers are still evolving, but one thing is certain: AI is not replacing musicians. It's redefining what it means to be one. The future composer may wield a MIDI keyboard and a prompt window. The next great vocalist might train their voice with both breath and code. Music is not becoming less human. It's becoming differently human. Still, the debate over AI in music is not just philosophical. It's legal and economic. As AI models grow more powerful, questions around intellectual property become more urgent. Can an artist copyright a song composed by AI? If a cloned voice becomes indistinguishable from the original, who controls its usage? Music industry leaders, legal scholars, and artists are now navigating uncharted waters, where the definition of originality and authorship is being rewritten in real time. Meanwhile, startups and major tech companies alike are racing to build the next generation of music tools. Platforms like Soundful, Ampere, and Boomi let users generate tracks in seconds by selecting a genre, mood, and a few inputs. Some of these tools allow commercial licensing, creating new opportunities for background music in advertising, gaming, podcasts, and YouTube videos. What used to take hours of studio time can now be accomplished in a few clicks. But beyond commercial use, AI is enabling powerful forms of artistic experimentation. Musicians are training personal AI models on their own catalogs to discover hidden patterns in their work. Others are collaborating with AI not to finish songs, but to break creative blocks, to be challenged by something unexpected. Some describe it as improvising with a virtual bandmate who brings infinite possibilities to the table. This kind of experimentation is leading to hybrid genres, unexpected crossovers, and a broader reimagining of what music can be. It's not just about making tracks faster, it's about making tracks that might never have existed without AI's generative spark. As AI continues to evolve, so too will our understanding of musical creativity itself. And while fears about AI-generated noise floods are real, especially in an era where platforms are saturated with low-effort content, the best artists are finding ways to rise above. Because even in a world where anyone can make music, not everyone can make people feel. And that remains the essence of the art. In the end, AI in music is less a question of can it, and more a question of how we choose to use it. Will we let it flatten creativity into formula, or will we use it to unlock sounds and stories we've never heard before? The answer depends on the hands and hearts guiding the code. The next time you hear a song and wonder, was this made by a human or a machine? Remember that the line between the two is blurring. And perhaps that's the point. Not to choose sides, but to create something new in the middle ground. A space where algorithms meet inspiration and where music evolves, not away from us, but with us. Because at its core, music has always evolved alongside technology. From the invention of the piano to the rise of multi-track recording, from analog synths to digital audio workstations, each tool changed how we write, perform, and listen. AI is simply the latest in a long line of innovations. What makes it different is its scale, speed, and mimicry of human creation. But no matter how advanced the tool, the power of music still lies in its emotional resonance. A melody can break your heart. A voice, whether real or cloned, can stir memories buried deep. A rhythm can move bodies and unify crowds. AI may write the notes, but it's humans who decide what they mean. As we look to the future, perhaps the most important question is not what AI can do with music, but what we will do with AI. Will we teach it to echo our best instincts or amplify our worst? Will we use it to create art that connects or content that drowns out meaning? The choice is ours. And in that choice, the future of music will be written. One note, one voice, one line of code at a time. So whether you're an artist, a listener, a technologist, or simply someone who loves a good tune, now is the time to pay attention. AI is not just transforming how music sounds. It's transforming how music is imagined, how it is made, and how it is remembered. And just like every musical revolution before it, this one will be defined by how we rise to meet it, with curiosity, with courage, and with heart.